Hello everybody, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. And today I'm going to bring you a quick update segment on the reptile room. I've made a few changes in here. There's only a couple new additions, which is a new pair of rats, some young rats that I'm actually going to have as my breeding pair now. So I'm going to go ahead and give my hand at rats a try again, and I'll show you those guys right now in a minute. And I just moved a couple of the geckos around and decided on the holdback for, out of all of our babies that were left, I have decided on who's staying and named them. So yeah, let me bring you that update real quick, just for now. So you guys can see the main colony tank here for the leopard geckos now only houses my two females. So Fiona and Maleficent are in here right now. My two remaining breeder females, unfortunately, they are the last ones left. So they are there. And then we have, oh yeah, and as you guys can see, they now have a hidey log over there on their hot section, and they usually like to chill over here in the cool section. As you can see, we still have our heat lamp. So what I've decided to do is put a 100-watt on in here, and what that does is heat up the entire room. It also gives off like this fake artificial light, sunlight type of thing. It's perfect for the live plants that we have growing down in the Pac-Man frog container, and it actually is pretty cool with all the other reptiles, although nobody here really needs any UV. I do have a UV light right there just to, you know, stimulate their eyes a little bit, but it doesn't really do much, at least not for the reptiles I'm keeping in here. So yeah, that's the 100-watt, and then the 75 moon glow at nighttime still. So I switch those out about every 12 hours, and it keeps it roughly, we're at about 86 to, actually no, I'm sorry, it's about 87.8 or something, so almost about 89 degrees in here. Give or take a couple of degrees as I air it out, because I do open it just to vent out some of the air in here. Because what I've actually done is went ahead and put up, well, this is one of our throws here, a blanket against the wall, just to keep it warmer in here. Love the Raiders, so yeah, big Raider fan, Cali resident, so gotta root 'em on. And here is one of Monster's sheds. It's just hanging there on the wall. It's one of the perfect sheds I actually featured in the video where I helped them out a little bit. So that is now here hanging. And as you can see, it's pretty tall. And then over here, get real Mexican with it, you guys. This is a humongous comforter that I had. And yes, it does have a big old, ginormous Virgin Mary on it. But it's awesome because it keeps this place incredibly warm, and it's hardly ever been used. So now it's being put to a great purpose. The door is blocked off by this, so it's pretty much, I removed that little you know, blockade that I had on the bottom of the door, so now it's fully open for air to come in and out, but very, very little of it vents in or out of here unless I open it. So we do have a constant airflow coming in, but not enough to actually diminish the heat in here to the point where it's, you know, gonna hurt anything or drop the heat incredibly, because what I am hoping on doing is actually being able to raise some eggs in here, incubated, without really having to go through incubator process. So I'm gonna do a little bit more testing with the temperatures, but so far everything's been consistent, and at night it only drops to about 84 degrees in here with the 75 watt, so it doesn't make a huge difference. So moving on, we still have our two little geckos that are left here, but one is actually going to be going over to my cousin, who's one of our partners here at Emerald Scale, and he will be keeping that guy, and I'm going to be keeping the giant one, which I have now named Rex. So let me go ahead and show you guys Rex. He's pretty cool. I believe both of these are turning out to be males. That's why one of them is definitely going to be going, because we already have Shrek and I need more females. So this is Rex. He's really cool. I've shown you guys him before. But yeah, he is all lavender and yellow. And he's got a pretty cool little pattern on him. He had a cool diamond right there, right on the base of his neck, as you can see, but it kind of broke apart. Still outlined mostly with yellow and some white, but yeah. And then his head, if you can tell, he's still got that dark, like, blue eyeshadow type of thing going on there. And his head's pretty lavender, so he is gonna be our holdback. At least I'm pretty sure. And then his sibling, which I believe is his brother, is right in there. And he actually has like his lavender or bluish tint mixing with the yellow, which parts of his body are kind of like camouflage green. So, yeah, I wouldn't go as far as to say that it's emerine or anything like that, but it's pretty cool because he kind of does have some green on him. So, anyways, let me go ahead and close that up. See if I can get this guy out of here. Oh yeah, he's not going to come out for now. So moving on, I went ahead and removed Shrek, our big male. He is now here in his own tank, and he's got his little moist hide there, so he has his own place to be. And that way it's going to give our breeder females a rest, and he doesn't keep trying to get them pregnant and stuff, and that way they can just lay whatever eggs they have left to lay and start recouping some of that weight back on them. So we'll probably start breeding again in about 4 to 6 months, somewhere around there. I'm not looking forward to doing it anytime soon. So moving on down here again is our update on our Pac-Man. This I just changed. I have to change it again. I have to change this guy's water daily now because he seems to really like to jump in there every single time I've changed it now. And I'm thinking because I've been doing this little get up here with him, where I've been opening it more and spraying him more often, and the heat in here actually keeps it kind of humid, I guess, right there on this dirt level, and he really seems to enjoy the open air. So, I mean she, I'm sorry, not he, she. It's just she's so vicious that I started referring to him. I've been referring to it as a he, but it's actually a female. There, you can see her there. She's kind of like, she changes like camouflage green to yellow, and then to black with those yellow stripes you see there. So she's actually a really awesome Pac-Man. Then our female emperor, she's down in there. There, you can see her there. She's burrowed up, resting in from her meal. And then we have our female rose-haired tarantula, Loth. She's actually over there. So yeah, that's her. And then we have rodent corner over here. There's Mama. So we can actually get in closer to the babies there and you can see them. She's doing really good with these little babies. A couple of the pinkies were gone. She had about 7 babies. Now there's only 4. And these 4 are going to grow out. So not worried too much about these guys are not going to be fed off anytime soon. So they will be going into the grow out bin in about 2 more weeks. So they're about a week old now, as you can see there. They all move around freely, and I think they're going to be gray like their mama, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, those are the 4 remaining babies. They're really awesome. Can't wait to show you guys. They should be opening their eyes in a couple days, so we'll do an update on that. Beautiful little babies. And yeah, that is them. And then that, by the way, is Luna, our gray female. And then the little white female here she is actually pregnant. She was just taken away from the male about a week ago. And her sides are starting to get nice and plump. And she's nesting well. So this little girl is nice and pregnant. We should have babies updates in about a week to 2. So look forward for that one. And then her, I haven't really decided on a name, but I think I'm gonna name her Bambi. So she's really, really cool. It's a little sweetheart. Really nice. That's her. And then this one here is named Psycho because she is crazy. As you can see, she is coming to kill my camera. And let me just show you what happens if you even talk in her direction or breathe. Hold on, let me focus here. Yeah, this little chick is very mean and crazy. As you can see, she gets very upset and she does not like the camera. I'll show you that right now. Well, actually she's become calmer. Whatever, she's still named Psycho. And then our little male over here, where is he? Where are you, buddy? Oh, there he is. Woke him up. No, he's right there. And then our new babies, little rats. So this is our little female and our male. And they are about 3 months old, 2 to 3 months old. They're still young. And they are from 2 separate moms. So this one's mom was actually all white. And then this one's mama was completely black. The dad for this one, they were still all together. The dad for this one, he was hooded. So that's, I guess, why he came out like that. And I'm not sure who the dad for this one was, because her mom had been part of a different tank colony setup from the local shop. So the father was unclear, but it's pretty cool because she came out all white. So she's got little red eyes, little albino. They're really cool. And what I did with this is a standard 10-gallon. I still have to get a wheel and all that, so that's coming in the next day or two. So they have this, and then what I did with this is I put this bird cage on top, and it has this lockable screen lid. This lid you can buy at virtually any pet shop. If you must, you can get it at one of the big retailers or even a big department store. They will have them for like 10 to 12 bucks anywhere you go. And they're really awesome because they resist heat, first off. These things are really made for reptile, not so much for fish, but it's awesome because they resist heat. This steel is incredibly strong, and I've never had any issues with any rodents chewing through this thing. I'm sure they could if they really tried, but they never do. So this is awesome because it has these 2 little feeding things, which this was the lid that I used to use for Lolth. If you guys have watched that video of my tarantula, when she used to have this 10-gallon, that was the lid. And it's cool because I opened it here. I had that tube going up, but I have to actually rig this up right now. I just wanted to show you guys how it's going to be when it's rigged up. So this is here just for added support. It's really heavy to keep it down. I took the base and folded it using the 2 rods from the actual bird, for the bird feed or whatever, so they can stand on it, the purchase. I went ahead and made like a tiny little floor up here, and then I'll put like a little house they can go hide or whatever. Their food's up here, water's up here, and then that hole with the tube will let them crawl up and down. They've already taken a crack at it, but they don't really like it too much. They're still a little weary of it. So what I'm going to do, at least until they get a little bigger and stronger and more sure of themselves, I'm going to actually take this off. I just wanted to show you guys how it's going to be rigged up for them. You know, so I know a standard 10-gallon would not really be enough even for 1 rat, but there will be a big wheel in there for them. We're going to get all this other stuff, and I mean, for any rat lovers out there, these guys are going to be tamed. These guys are going to be treated like pets. And even though they're being bred for feeders, they are going to be just as well kept as my hamsters. Some of you may not agree with it, and so be it. I do welcome any constructive criticism. And thanks to one of my viewers out there who gave me some really helpful tips, I think I'm going to upgrade these guys shortly. They will be getting it's going to be the same length or depth, but the width of the drawers is actually double as long. So it'll have actually more floor space than a standard 10 gallon for just one female and raising her litter. So you will be seeing the update on this thing. It's double as long as that. The medium, the large drawers, the wide drawer set. There's 3 of them just like this, same setup, but just double as long. So that is coming very soon, guys. Stay tuned for that. My male is pretty good for now. That guy is doing actually very well with what he has, but I will probably be updating him shortly as well. So I just haven't figured out what I want to do, if I want to trick out that bin or if I want to get a bigger one. The thing what I'll do is get some 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch mesh and make a second floor up there for him to climb around, or maybe something even smaller, or rig up some kind of a plastic thing. I'm not sure yet because, you know, I got so much heckling from my wheels and that, so I'm kind of worried about anyone else flying off the handle because I have a split level with mesh on it. And so I'm going to figure out the safest way to do that, and then I'll probably rig that bin up or just get him a bigger one. So until then, guys, stay tuned. But yeah, this will be off of here again if I do another update soon. And like I said, maybe within a month's time or so, when they actually get bigger, I will then reconstitute this, and I'll buy one of those habit trail tubes that just goes down there so they can get in and out. And then it'll actually won't fall like this thing here. So that was just for test, just to see if they would actually use it. And they did, but they weren't really feeling it. So that is that. And then not only that, it'll give me easier access to get to these guys so that I can tame them, play with them, and make them nice and lovable, like I've seen many rats out there. So I'm hoping to bring you guys those updates very, very soon. Until then, thank you very much for tuning in here, guys. I really do appreciate all your views. Rate, comment, subscribe, please, if you like the content. Many more videos to come. I'm going to be doing some... my next videos will be featuring quite a few segments with a little bit more of an educational factor, not so much just updates. So I'm going to give you guys some better tips on Leos and how to care for them, breeding, all that other stuff, as well as the rodents. So stay tuned for those. Those should be up within the next few days. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one.